Don Peoples, Deadbolt. Let's talk about it. And yeah, let's get into it. So, your president, Mr. Joe Biden. Now, like I told y'all before, man, and like we talk about on the podcast and things of that nature. If y'all tuned in, tap into Deadbolt ATL on all your streaming platforms. Get some of this work. That's just the same as plug. But we talk about it all the time, man. We say that you can judge a person by the fruits that they lay. And this person has historically not supported black people in any type of shape or fashion. But since you thought you were getting the more badder, the worser of the worst person out of the office, you were willing to settle for the absolute worst. So another move by Joe Biden, and it seems like all these moves, you got to understand, a lot of quote unquote white people, and I got white people, shout out to my white friends, but they live more blue collar, right? They don't mind you snooping into their bank accounts. They don't mind you, mandating, certain, the jab and everything else, right? But our people do. So for Mr. Joe Biden to take this opportunity to stick it to the black community once again, he decides to cut his historically black college funding down by almost $30 billion. Now, if y'all don't know, we supposedly have a black vice president, which she doesn't really claim. She's Asian and other things, but it is what it is. How could she let this happen? How can Kamala Harris let this happen? That's a bad look. How could you let this bill even be proposed in this $3.5 trillion infrastructure bill? Because best believe the black colleges need some infrastructure. Like if you look at a lot of these black colleges, their dorms and facilities and stuff like that are ran down. And that's why I was trying to shout out Bill Cosby, because he built up Central State. He gave money to build up the infrastructure of the black college. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of these colleges are ran down, old facility, old textbooks, old everything. They're pretty much ran like the inner city public schools for the most part. And this money was supposed to go to building up this infrastructure and putting better surroundings and educational tools for our up and coming youth that decide to go to these institutions. But once again, he's showing, along with the Democrats, that, hey, we don't, all we want is your vote. We don't want nothing else. Once we get the vote, then we not keeping promises. Everything's off the table. Because a lot of these rules and regulations that he's putting into play, these things are affecting us. And he's not even a full year into office yet. Do we see the stuff that's going on? See, on my channel, man, I like to talk about hip hop news, everything affecting our culture and all the fuckery around the galaxy. And this shit right here is affecting our culture. What this administration is doing is giving us the finger in every which way. And, it's some Democrats that's going to stand up, obviously, and block it and not support it. But this should, even if he reconsiders, I heard it's like a $15 million counter offer on the table. But again, y'all voted this man in, where the other president, he signed a bill to bolster the colleges and give them excess funding and help their infrastructure, everything. And what is Biden doing? Everything that Trump did, good, bad, or whatever, he's reversing it. You know, Trump wanted to close the borders. He didn't open the borders, promising free health care, food, and schooling. And, you know, shelter for all the kids. You feel me? And, you know, people that come across. You know, everything else this man is doing, you know, even with now with the schools, it's crazy. And it's like we don't see what this guy and what this administration is standing for. We're going to continue to be duped into voting for political parties, right or left. Because now that they're making you mad and you're hating them, you're going to want him out of office. You're going to vote the next person in, and that person's going to fulfill the next part of the agenda. The only way that we're going to get up out this situation and take control of government, because government is here to serve us, not the other way around, is we got to put some real people in office. Don't it seem funny that the same families, the same people have been associated with politics in America for decades, since its inception damn near? You know, it's like, when are we going to get some new bloodline in there? Or when are we going to expose that we're really not free and we're really just the peasants in the kingdom, so we get more freedom than the rest of the countries? You know, today, and, you know, it's a sad day for our community because, you know, as the winter approaches, we continue to get hit with news that is not healthy. It ain't, you know, it's not, it's what is the income of, what's the outcome going to be of this situation? Because even though I understand they're still getting billions, it's still a situation to where the school system is already ran down and eroded. You know, a lot of these kids that's going to HBCUs, they not really learning anyway. You know, they're partying, they bullshitting. You know, it's really no structure. It's a joke now. And this is coming from somebody who went to one. You feel me? So I don't know what else we got to see from this person that, hey, he not in for our best interest, people. So we definitely need to wake up and try to reverse the tide before it becomes absolutely too late. But I want y'all to get in the comment box, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Do y'all feel that this is a smack in the face to the black community that Joe Biden and his administration will pull funding from the schools when they're in dire need of infrastructure rebuild? Or do you feel like it should be shame on us as a people for putting this man in office and being duped again for what he like to say, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black? But I want to hear what y'all think, man. Y'all let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, share, hit the notification tab so y'all can tap in every time I drop a video. It's your boy Don Peoples, Deadbolt, gone.